Hello, everybody, and welcome to the post-race press conference for round number 7 of the AMA Arenacross Championship. Our AX Pro overall, Vince Friese grabbing the overall win, Ryan Breece grabbing second, and Michael Hicks rounding out your top 3. Gentlemen, congratulations. Michael, going to start with you. We heard you talk a little bit about the longer track. Obviously, you spent a lot of time on the track. Take us through a little bit of how you were feeling. We saw you maybe start to fall off the pace late in a couple of those races. How much were you struggling out there towards the tail end of those races?
Yeah, the first main was good, and then the Stark main, I was just made a couple mistakes with Bogle. Just was pushing real hard to get him. I really wanted to win that. A couple sketchy moments, and then kind of used a lot of energy. And but yeah, that last main, I definitely got tired. So I mean, just a longer track, not what I'm used to. Well, not what we've been racing. So, but yeah, just got tired, and happy to just salvage a podium.
Now, we saw throughout the day, even in qualifying, you had a couple of different technical lines as well. Did you feel like that was going to kind of make the difference, or did you know everybody was kind of going to be pretty doing the same obstacles as far as rhythms? And did you think it was going to come down to endurance late in the race?
Yeah, I mean, I knew all these guys were going to do the same lines. So I found a couple little lines in the Stark main, and then right away I seen Friese found it. So, but yeah, it was just to get out of the ruts. But yeah, I just, like I said, got tired and just had to ride in pretty much.
And last thing for you, in that second AX Pro main event, we had seen you go for the quad before the finish line earlier in the day, came up a little short, and then most of you guys were kind of triple and rolling them. What made you decide to pull the trigger on it once again, and you did get over it clean multiple times?
Yeah, I just pulled the trigger on the first main. Track was pretty prepped, smooth, so I was like, I'm hucking it, because I hate that bouncing into the face. So I hucked it, had it clean, and then the rut just got way too deep for that last main, and I was just too tired to even huck it.
Well, huge congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
third overall. Going to turn things over to second place, Ryan Breece, a very consistent night. We know you're coming in a little banged up. We got to touch on it just a little bit. Where's the pain level at? Obviously, you got the heart of a lion. You're not letting it bother you as much as you can, but certainly much easier said than done. How's the knee feeling?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, yeah, we did it today. We raced the track, and that's what it was. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be out here racing.
Yeah, as far as the finish goes, extremely consistent. In that last main, we really saw you kind of light a fire. Vince started moving forward, and it seemed like you really made an effort to try to latch onto the back of him and move forward at the same time. Was there kind of the hope that if you could stay right up there off those first few laps, you could maybe be there at the end of it?
Yeah, that first main I was a little slow to get used to, so it just took me a little bit, and I knew that second main, once they were playing cat and mouse up front, I was like, all right, if I can suck back into these guys, maybe I can make something happen. But, yeah, overall it was a good race for me, I think.
Did you have a section of the track that you felt was working better for you? We saw a couple times you got some great drives through the whoops, and then a few times kind of bit you just a little bit and then lost maybe a bike length or two.
Yeah, to be completely honest, I wasn't even worried about anything, just making sure I was squeezing my legs. Yeah, this thing's been a little tour for me, and I'm just trying to work my way through it. And, yeah, I think for what it was and what we came down to with the track, how it was, we did a good job, I think.
Well, huge congratulations on a very consistent night, second overall. Vince Friese, another overall win for you. We got to touch on the AX Pro main number 1 right off the jump. Kind of take us through things from your perspective. Obviously, we got news that a penalty was handed down from coming inside of a tough block. Kind of take us through your perspective, not the best jump that we've seen you get off of the line, just your thought process going through it, and then how you were able to manage getting through the pack, carving through the top 5, and grabbing the win in main 1.
Yeah, so, I mean, first, the gate dropped in that one under 2 seconds, just something that you just never really see. But I think stuff here is just going to be random like that. So, and then going into the first turn, there's a tough block setting in a spot that it wasn't in all day previous. It got hit by the guy in front of me, and it was moving. So I was like, last second, do I try to go outside of it when it's moving? Maybe it gets sucked under my bike or whatever. I tried to do what I thought was right in the time and check up, go underneath it, make sure I wasn't gaining any positions or losing any position, just stay there. Thought I did the right thing. Still was a 6th or 7th place start. Had to make a bunch of passes to get that win. Thought it was as fair as it could be, but apparently not. So yeah, it is what it is.
A little disappointed on the call, but nonetheless, you were able to respond in AX Pro main event number 2. We've been seeing you all season long kind of line up on the outside. That's been kind of your gate. What made you choose that far inside in both of the main events, and I believe possibly even the Clash as well?
Yeah, I'm typically an inside gate guy. There's that air purging on the outside that if you want to use it, great. I'd been using it when we had starts that felt like it was the right place to be. But, yeah, I felt like controlling the inside was the right thing. But just obviously that first main event, there was tough blocks that weren't there previously. So it's kind of something that the series needs to just work on, trying to be more consistent with their calls, with the marking of the track, things like that. Part of racing at a lower level than what I'm used to. I think there's going to be things like that popping up.
Now, we heard Michael even touch on it. You guys were rather consistent as far as the obstacles and the rhythms that you were doing. What did you feel was making the difference as far as when you were carving through the pack? Even in that second main, you weren't right off the lead or right off the start in the lead. Where did you feel like you were able to make up little bits of time and carve through the top 5 in that first main?
I don't really know. I felt good. I'm riding good right now. I'm feeling good. Just 6 days ago, I was battling with the best in the world on a bigger, tougher track. So that probably helps me a little bit. I think I got the best motorcycle. Even this week, we made changes, made the bike even better. And we're coming in with a bike that's just already so high. And Ryan got my old bike from last year, and I like to think I'm pretty good at tuning it in. So I got it super dialed. I'm feeling good, and it's fun to go racing when your bike and everything's feeling good like that.
Now, we touched on it a little bit in the track party. Obviously, Michael did edge you out for the overall at round 6. Were you coming into this weekend with a little bit of the chip on the shoulder as far as you wanted to bounce right back and make a statement here at round 7?
No, I think I won all but one of the races before that, so I felt like I was the guy. I made one little mistake late in that race, had a lapper and had things like that, but it's sometimes you can't win all of them. Unless you're Ricky Carmichael 04 or whatever it was, you're just not going to win all of them. It's part of it. And I think the fans liked it, and I want to win, obviously, but no chip on my shoulder for that.
Well, a huge congratulations on an overall victory here tonight. Going to open up the floor to any other questions for our top 3 overall.
Got a couple online questions for you guys. First one is, Vince, tonight coming through the field, you had to pass a lot of guys, and it was a little different than the first part of the season. You got whole shots, clear track. Does this give you even more confidence coming away from tonight that you've got what it takes to win the championship?
Yeah, no, I've known that since day one. A lot of people think I can just get a whole shot and only win races from the front, but I actually ride better coming from behind. I just prefer not to do it that way. My starts happen to be dialed in. We got such a fast bike. I've been getting starts. Like I said, the gate drop kind of threw me off coming from Supercross, and then they dropped that one in 1.5 seconds, so that threw me off. But I knew I could cut through the pack good like that. Even in a Supercross race, when I get a bad start, I tend to have better lap times and ride a better race and beat guys that I normally wouldn't. So here it's just nice to get a start and go.
All right. Got another one from you. This guy says, I'm a new Vince Friese fan. You seem to have found your perfect place in the sport. Is this something you feel like you can do for years?
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I hope to be back at World Supercross again and maybe get some more Supercross rounds in, and then we'll see what happens. We got a couple more of these left, and then a long off season to prepare and see what we're going to do.
All right. Got a question for you, Ryan. The first half of the race, you just didn't seem to find your place, and all of a sudden you turned it up. Was there something with the track or something happened with you that happened in the second half that made it stronger for you?
Yeah, I just wasn't I wasn't locked in right there the first 2 laps, and they were just kind of on it. So yeah, it just kind of left me a little bit behind, and I knew my fitness is really strong. That's not the downfall on me. It's just I just need to get it together right away.
Okay, another one for you. The championship isn't completely out of reach, but it's pretty far out there. What's your goal for the rest of the season?
I'd like to click off a few wins. That would be pretty nice for me, and just pretty much try to see if we can't win and put ourselves in a good position. I don't think I've started up front yet this whole season, and last year I was starting up front. It made it a lot easier for me. I know I've got speed there. It's just if I can get out front, then I think things will change.
All right, got one for you, Michael. Numerous times, everybody was saying how amazing the track is, how it's so much fun, that they love it. Didn't seem to offer great racing for you guys. What was your thoughts on the track?
I liked it. It was really flowy, but it just got obviously broken up and pretty gnarly. So I liked it. I wish I could have had a little bit more endurance and hopefully get a win. But I'll take what I can get, and happy to be healthy and going to the next round.
That's all I've got from online. Thanks, guys.